Hello guys, today we're going to talk about King of New York. This movie was released in 1990. It's a rated R film. It is an hour 43 long. It was released on DVD in 2002. It has a 7.0 out of 10 on IMDb with about 220,000-ish user votes. Nothing in Metacritic. It stars Christopher Walken, who we know from The Deer Hunter, among other things, and it stars David Caruso. I hope I got that right, and he was in First Blood. It's directed by Abel. I hope I pronounced it right. It's like Ferrara, Farah, I think, and he directed Bad Lieutenant. Directed Bad Lieutenant. Yeah. It has a 71% on Rotten Tomatoes, about 24 critics, and 78% by audiences, about 1,000 audiences. There's no critics consensus. It doesn't have enough critics for that. It's not available for streaming, but it is available to rent and buy on Google Play, PlayStation Store, Microsoft Store, iTunes, and Vudu. Now, this is first of all, I want to admire this DVD thing right here. First, you got this. It slips off, and then you got this. Oh, it also stars Lawrence Fishburne, too, as well, in case an earlier film. It's a 2-disc collection with a little play thing. It's a very good DVD thing right here. First time I saw it was actually just one of those things I caught when I got up super early that was playing on HBO or some shit like that, and it was little bits and pieces, but I bought it and I watched it and I enjoyed it a lot. And I have to say, it's a very early 90s film. Is it a perfect film? It's a good film, but there are flaws. Like, for example, there's a specific part in the film where it kind of focuses on more of the background characters, and Christopher Walken's kind of seen more as, his character's kind of seen more as, he's there in the beginning and the end, but in the middle he's kind of back there and there. It's kind of weird. But this is an example of a movie I like to call actor exploitation, where a movie's sole existence hinges on one actor's performance. I mean, the movie, there's no need for the movie to exist if the actor's not going to be involved. And this is one of those films. This is a film you watch for the actor. Like, for example, like my previous review, Dog Day Afternoon, that's an Al Pacino film. You watch it for Al Pacino. Or another one, Christian Bale in The Mechanic. That's a Christian Bale film. You watch it for Christian Bale. And so on and so forth. There's lots of examples of movies like that. Another common one are like B-rated action adventure films, like 30 films of Chuck Norris kicking ass, or Steven Seagal too. I mean, it's just it's kind of like that. This one's a bit more sophisticated. It tries to have a message and a point, but I think a lot of it is just, we watch it for Christopher Walken. There's not really a lot more reason. There's other good things in it too. I haven't watched it in a long time, but I have to say I remember liking it pretty well. I would warn you, it is kind of a product of the time, so there might be some 90s, late 80s, early 90s funniness to it, but pretty good film. I don't think it's not a very predictable film. I can safely say that it definitely kept me interested. It's good. The soundtrack's fine. Acting's great. Cinematography's nice. I think the only weak thing's really the story. The story isn't terrible, but at times it seems a touch unfocused, and it seems like it drifts briefly for a couple times. It could have been stronger, and I think it could have been a bit more focused, but overall, I have to say this is a pretty solid film. If you're a Christopher Walken fan, or if you're looking for some kind of a forgotten crime drama that was received reasonably well, this is a good movie to get into. I mean, it has in the 70s in Rotten Tomatoes, so it's a pretty solid film. Just kind of forgotten. And it is I like it a lot, and it's a gritty film too. A lot like Dog Day Afternoon. It's a very gritty film, and the characters aren't exactly noble characters. They're a bit more complex, but it's a fun to watch. There's a lot of shit happens, a lot of things happen. So, and Christopher Walken's awesome. He's pretty much the star of the show. Everyone else is just kind of there, just to kind of bring meat into the story, but Christopher Walken is the reason to watch the movie more than anything. He's fun, and he's great to watch in it, but overall, I think it's a pretty solid film. I will warn you, though, I will warn everyone that you might watch it expecting, like, the movie to go a certain direction, and, like me, but it went a different direction, somewhat, kind of half and half. And I didn't mind it. I liked it fine, but some people may not. So I want to warn you on that. It's not a negative direction. It's just something that, I don't know. It's just something you kind of have to watch for yourself. But overall, I have to say that this is a pretty solid film. I think that it definitely deserves a watch. If not for anything else, it's just to watch. It's just for a good example of a Christopher Walken performance, and yeah, that's really a lot to say about it. Yeah, not a long review, but it's King of New York. It's a great It's a good, solid Christopher Walken movie with a lot of good stuff happening in the background of him. But I think if the story just had a bit more focus, I think it could have been a more complete movie. Complete good movie. But as it is, it's a good movie. I recommend checking out, seeing what you think of it. And thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like the videos, and have a good day.